Hey, everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. This is Labor Day weekend, so I hope everybody's enjoying themselves, having an extra day off tomorrow. Hopefully, you do. If not, then it might go to a little bit about what I am going to talk about during the bottom line section of my podcast. So, hope everyone's doing well. Let's get straight to it because I think this is going to be another one. I'm trying to keep it lengthwise, trying to keep it down to a minimum, and I got some great feedback last week. Unfortunately, the light that you're seeing in that corner of my glasses are sometimes directly in there. Unfortunately, I need the light, otherwise it's too dark. So, great feedback. Thanks for that. Unfortunately, no matter where I move this ring light, it shows up in my glasses. So I might have to try to find a way to do the show without my glasses, or I don't know, find a stronger light or maybe something else in my office. So anyway, let's go to Trashy Hood and see what I picked up this week. Hey everybody, welcome to Trashy Hood, or picking up the trash. So I've been doing a lot of walking around. This week I only did 4 days because of the rain, but we needed the rain, so I'm not upset about that. But I'm trying to hit some new spots, and maybe at the end of this I'll add in like where I've been going. So anyway, as you see here, I found a spoon, beverage containers, some paper, cigarette butts, of course, and beverage water lids. Now, the Truly drinkers are back, so as you see here, looks like 3 cans of that, beverage containers, foam to go cups. Somebody's still smoking Camels, filterless no less. And you see some other water bottles, and you see some plastic, and there is some other types of beverage cans and stuff like that. So, kind of the usual. Icy pop. Piece of plastic that contained icy pop in it. So here was day 5. Various bits of it was so much junk I couldn't really separate it. It would take too long, so I just kind of threw it on the tailgate of my truck. Large pieces of plastic, some weird straws, and some more plastic. There was a baseball cap here, large pieces of metal, and then also the broom hand or the mop handle that was made of metal. So day 6 I didn't go out, and day 7, which was today, was not as bad as I thought it could be, but still there were some bad pieces here. Here's a short piece of lead pipe. The Truly drinkers were back with some Gatorade, and it looks like a Pringles, and they were all grouped together, so I'm assuming they were hanging out of the car somewhere. Rubber band, dish towel. A lot of packages of ketchup. It was very interesting. And then, of course, the usual water bottle tops and stuff like that. And here's somebody asked me the other day, what are some of my routes? These are some of the routes that I do. I didn't do all of them this week, but there's a kind of a quick map of some of the ones I thought of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more. Actually, I know there's more. But there's there's that. So if you have streets that are a street that you live on, you want me to go by, just drop me a line and let me know, and you'll probably see me out there with my little bag, my grabber, and my hat. I'm trying to find the best spot so that it doesn't show my glass, doesn't show the ring camera as much because of the feedback that I got. So anyway, that was Trashy Hood, picking up the trash there. You see the map that I just put in there. I think I'm going to try to see if I can do this every week, add a map to it. It'll be a little bit more accurate. This was just showing what was some of the routes that I did, like I said in the voiceover. So anyway, that was that. I hope I want to give a shout out and thanks to the various groups of people on Thursday. It just happened, everybody on Thursday who came by and thanked me for what I was doing, and then the nice young person that offered me an energy drink. Unfortunately, I don't drink energy drinks anymore, so I wasn't able to accept it. But I thank you for the well-meaning gesture. Anyway, it was definitely appreciated, and I felt better for it that day. So now we're going to go to Let's see. I think we'll go to talk a little bit about the project. So I have some pictures that I'm going to show with the voiceover showing some of the projects that I've been working on, and we'll see how it is. Take a look. Well, my loofah are going like gangbusters, and especially with the rain, the copious amount of rain that we got. So what I had to do was a little refactoring of my lattice work around it, and I also have, you see at the bottom left there, I have new loofah growing. So I went ahead and added some lattice to it. I need to get some more lattice maybe tomorrow on Labor Day, and put them around. Installed new posts and new skinnier posts inside those posts, and then set it up. This is the new storage unit that I'm going to bench, I should say, that I'm going to put in the back of my house on the deck, on the patio slab that I have now, and it's going to put all my tools and everything that I have for the yard, and make things a little bit cleaner overall. And plus, you can seat up to 660 pounds on top, so it's just another set of seating for me. So that's going to be perfect. So I'm pretty proud of that. I usually have some difficulty putting stuff together. I don't go and I do an IKEA. Not anymore. I've had too many bad experiences with customer service on that. But I have put together many things before, and there's always like a couple of bolts or nuts or something. This time I got everything in there. It really was almost like a snap and click, which I'm not really a fan of anymore, especially for outside stuff, because it will fall apart, just like a storage unit I had out there that I finally had to give away last weekend because there was nothing holding it together other than a wish and a prayer and some saliva and some clicking bits together. But as soon as you moved it, or as soon as the wind came, it would just fall apart. So I gave up on that and decided to go with something a little bit more horizontal. And as you saw in the photo there, that is a nice and sturdy. All the sides were sturdy. It's a good weight to it, so it's not going to blow away even if it was empty, which it's not going to be empty for long. I'm going to fill that up here probably this afternoon after I finish the podcast. So worked out real nice. I can use it for bench seating. I lost like 3 chairs, lawn chairs that I had that came with the house. And yes, I used them. I pressure washed them, and they were nice. And they lasted, the almost 8 years that I've been here. And they finally started tearing and falling apart, so I had those thrown away this past week as well. So I was doing a lot of work last weekend, doing a lot of work this weekend. But I did actually make it out to somewhere this week, and I was really happy about that. And found a new little coffee shop. Now, I'm not shilling for them. They're not paying me. This is only for entertainment purposes, so don't come after me for that. But I want to show you the place. It was called, let's see, I have it right here. If I can close this up. It was called Casa Costa. Casa Costa. I know people that know me and know how bad my Spanish is are just shaking their heads right now. Casa Costa. Let's put it that way. Casa Costa. And a really good bake shop in Leander. So I took some photos of stuff. So check it out. All right. So this is Casa Costa. Casa Costa, I should say, bake shop in Leander. I was meeting up with the Takashitas, and bright and early, so it was nice and empty. Started filling up as we were leaving. This is a cool little cement mold. It looks like they did, and then they painted it as little steam engine. Really cool little decoration up front. It looks like what they did was an old house that they converted into a bake shop. So you see some of the things here, really fantastic. Just take a look just take it all in. I don't even want to say much. Just look at that. And then, so you can see how it looks like it was a house. I mean, it definitely was a house that they converted, but they did some nice conversions to it. And there's a little condiment spot right there on the right. So here's a pulled back shot of they have a refrigerated case also, and then you see in the top right the menu of hot drinks and cold drinks that they have for the day. Now, obviously, this gets pretty crazy busy because if you look outside, they have a large yard. There was what one. There's like five benches showing, two more other benches, and then they have a front patio that they also had like three or four tables at as well. So this is something I've never seen. If you've seen it, let me know because this is a pretty crazy place. So here's my cappuccino, and then I actually got a cosmic brownie. I know I shouldn't have, but it looked really good. So Casa Costa. So there is Casa Costa Bake Shop in Leander. Fantastic. It took a little bit to get there, but definitely worth it. I didn't want to take anything with me, unfortunately, because I knew I would eat it, which is a good and a bad thing. So, but really good. I'll probably hit out there again one of these days. So many other coffee shops. So if you've been to this coffee shop and you'd like to tell me a little bit more about it, just let me know. Drop me a line, shoot me a message, however you want to, and let me know what you like from there. And next time I go out there, I might have to try what you recommend. So now I think instead of the bottom line, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit some Zen first. So this Zen moment was brought to you today by one Angela Green, good friend of mine from Pompano Beach, and she was out walking this week and managed to get the sunrise in Pompano Beach. So this is my neighbors were actually in Florida this week as well, but they were a little bit further north. This is Pompano Beach. For those of you who don't know, a little bit north of Fort Lauderdale, like spit distance. Like it's not anywhere that far away at all. It's not as far as Boca, which is like 5 or 6 exits. It's like one or two exits, and I believe it's south of Fort Lauderdale. I'm sorry, north of Fort Lauderdale. Actually, I think it might actually be south. I'm trying now that I think about it. Anyway, if you're from there, you could tell me exactly where it is, and I'm sure Angela will correct me on this as well. So she donated this bit for our Zen moment, the video, and so thank you for that, Angela. And we're just gonna go straight into it. So let's see our Zen moment. Very touching and moving. Pompano Beach sunrise, everyone. Thanks again to Angela Green for that. And the music was called "The Last Parade" by the Red Echoes. So I know I'm forgetful about it, but I try to put as much who contributes to what. So this is free music that I have on here. Again, not shilling for anybody, so don't remove me from your site. But this was The Last Parade by the Red Echoes. So if you have a moment, if you have a Zen moment that you think would be great for my show, please by all means just drop me a message or send it straight to me and let me know that you'd like me to consider it for the Zen moment. That was a beautiful shot of looking out over the ocean from Pompano Beach. So now that we've had our Zen moment, let's go into something that's going to stir up the blood, anger the blood, however you want to look at it. And we're going to go into our bottom line. Okay, so just checking to make sure the mic is on. I Today's bottom line is customer service, expectation versus reality. Now, I had a discussion with a friend of mine yesterday, and she works in customer service. And she was saying how she had just gotten written up because the customer that had, I guess from my understanding, was customer had um, scheduled an appointment online, came in, and requested that they do laptop repair on her laptop. That she had an issue with it, and my friend was unfortunately unable to help her because the shop doesn't fix laptops. And suffice it to say, this customer was not happy. Expected her to fix it when she was continually told that they do not fix laptops. Left and then left her a poor review online. Now, unfortunately, the online customer comments is nationwide, so without any um, background context as to why the customer was unhappy, um, it appears like the service person was wrong. So I don't know when this happened, and it's probably happened for a long time because I am not one to do a lot of shopping or going out to get things serviced or whatnot. So, I mean, I have had my bad share of service provided to me, but it wasn't necessarily the individual, it was the company itself that was providing bad service. But, to be fair, at some point in my lifetime, it went from the understood but not really there that the customer is always right. Now, that was something that I was told when I was in the doing food service and stuff like that. The customer's always right. If they have an issue, you fix the problem. And I just realized my shirt's horribly dirty, so I apologize for that, Ma. And so it was kind of given that the customer was always right, which meant you always try to please the customer that they were in front of you. Now the problem comes in fast forward a few years, and what became the customer is always right became the customer better well be right, and that's by the customer. They have forgotten that the people behind whatever product you have that is now broken and it is in need of repair are still human beings and still need to be treated with respect. So even though the customer was always right back then, for the most part, it was few and far between that everybody was angry when they came in. Everybody insisted that you fix it right away, and everybody insists you fix it when something is so far broken or so far gone, and yet they get mad at you for not doing it right. So I don't know where that came into being, and that parlays into a lot of different industries, not just customer service, but a lot of different places. And some I don't bring up on Javier in the air, and some of them I do, but I don't want to point anybody out. So at least not right now. So just remember that if you've ever been in customer service, then you more than likely have an understanding of what it means to be behind the eight ball, so to speak, where you're the one trying to provide customer service and the customer is just belittling you and berating you and doing everything that they can because they're angry and frustrated about some product that was never meant to last forever. Things are not built that way anymore. They are built obsolete from the get-go. There's a reason why Apple's on whatever version they're on now, because they build them because they suck, and they build them to fall apart. Other products do it as well. So just Apple's better at it. Samsung does it. A lot of the ones coming out of third world countries that are built there are the same way too. And it's not the people that are assembling them that's making this issue. It's the people that design the product. You can there are actual engineers out there called or they used to be called obsolescence engineers. And what they did was they took a product that say could last 60, 70 years. And they disassembled it and they reverse engineered it and they found crappier, thinner parts that they could replace with the sturdier parts, and then it would fall apart over a set amount of time, knowing full well that it won't last the 50, 60, 70 years. Now it's going to last the 4 or 5 years, because large companies, large corporations don't make money that way. You sell one product and that product lasts till the end of that person's lifetime, you're not going to make a lot of money on there. You're going to make happy people, but companies don't really care about that anymore. They care about the bottom dollar, not the bottom line. That's this section of the show, the bottom dollar, and that is the more money they make, the more money they make for their stakeholders, and their stakeholders and shareholders are happy, and so you have to keep them happy, and they always want more money. So, that being the case, things fall apart quicker than they used to. So if you're over a certain age, you were expecting things to last a lot longer than they do now, so it makes you frustrated. If you're younger, you expect, I won't say, and I try not to do in broad scale generalities, but some people who are younger than I am also expect things to just work, and they also expect a full 100% refund, even though they may have been using it for a period of time that no longer is able to give them 100% back. And that's for all ages, though. I mean, yes, the younger people, there's a level of expectation that's different than, say, my level of expectation. I know shit's gonna fall apart after a couple years, because that's how things are built, and I know a lot of things behind the scenes, and they just don't make them like they used to. There's a reason why people say they just don't make them like they used to, and that's because they don't make them like they used to. They make them so they will fall apart over a period of time. I'm not talking fall apart like you're going to be driving down the road and all 4 tires fall off, though there have been a lot of massive auto recalls over the past 5 years. I think one of them, I don't want to say the name of the company because I can't remember which one, but there was a company that just had a recall for all of their vehicles for the past 10 years or more. All of them. So you're going to see that more and more as this technology goes. And it's not because the technology sucks. And it's not because the parts suck. It's because the way we're building things now, we as a society, they're not meant to last. So there's a reason why you see older houses and you're like, wow, that house is really held up well. Because the materials that went into it probably were meant to last and not meant to last 5 years. So because of this, and because of the I don't want to say selfish, but I'll say selfish. You expect certain things from customer service people. You just expect it. I expect for them to give me 100% discount. I expect them to. I know I ate more than half of the item that I'm complaining about, but now I expect a full refund, and they're gonna leave that food here, and I'm gonna still probably eat it anyway because that's how I roll. Or I know I put well past the limited warranty number of miles on said device, but I expect a full refund anyway, and shame on you for not doing it. So there's kind of a give and go on that. One, there's the human side, and it's like we must expect that customer service is going to have issues with they only can do so much, and the big corporations are telling them what they do. And then the human issue of we have to understand that the person that we're yelling at is not the person that they didn't make it. If they made it, they wouldn't be there. They'd be in some high-rise place making money, building stuff that's going to fall apart in a couple years. No, this is just a person trying to do their job and get through their day, which could be crappy or not, and you're not helping out. And then you have the corporation side, which they could do better. They could rebuild the parts so that things last much longer. But that's not the society we're in anymore. The society we're in, we want the quick fix, and we want the new things, and we want them now. And corporations are going to build to that. They're going to be like, why do you have that phone that's 3 years old? Oh, that's horrible. It's old. Get rid of it. I got a new one for you. Sure, it doesn't work as good, and sure, it won't last as long, but it's new, and it's got new dilly boppers on it. It's got new glowing stuff on it, new blinking lights. Wow. And more than likely, more often than not, people are going to fall for it. So the bottom line is that the expectation is wrong. And the reality is that the people behind the counter trying to help you are just doing their jobs. So try not to get mad at them the next time that your Apple version 50 or your Samsung version 19 that's been out for a week and you dropped it in hot water and it no longer works. Be a little bit more sympathetic to them, because I'm sure they hear that a lot. And that's the bottom line. Okay, so welcome back. Another deep but good bottom line for that, and thank you for the individual who talked to me about the situation yesterday, so that I could bring it up today for the bottom line. So, real quick, I'm gonna do a beer, and then we're gonna call it for the day because I'm right about where I need to be for the show. So let me show you what I got. Reach down here. I don't have a glass today. I apologize. This is called Brew Dog Elvis Juice. This is brewed in Ohio. It says, "United we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent. Live fast, drink slow." This is a malt beverage with natural flavors. This is 6.9% alcohol. And this is Brew Dog Brewery. So they are out of, it looks like Columbus, Ohio. And this is a grapefruit infused IPA. So let me show you. I don't know if, I think I may have drank this before, but not for the show. So, and you see the live fast, drink slow right there. So I didn't want to turn too quickly because I want to open this up. So I'm going to open this up. This is grapefruit infused IPA. And I have some exciting news at the end, so don't let me forget. Here we go. Definitely get that grapefruit right off the bat. The aroma of grapefruit is right there in your face. Unfortunately, it's not as much for the actual taste. I get the IPA standard taste you get for IPA. That's all normal. There, the second round was better than the first. I was able to taste the IPA. I'm sorry, able to taste the grapefruit. Definitely, the aroma was stronger than the taste on the IPA, and maybe that's why it's a grapefruit infused. Usually when I get infused, it doesn't mean it was part of the actual process. I don't know how this process is. Perhaps the people at Brewdog may come across this video and reach out to me, and then we can have a conversation and a tasting on your line of selection of beers. Excuse me. Wow, that really made me gassy real quick. Let me try one more. Third time's the charm. It's satisfying. It's pretty good. Again, not much of the grapefruit. The third one almost had no taste of grapefruit in it at all until the very end of the back end. So um, I'm going to go ahead and give this 6 thumbs up. And that's on the scale of 1 to 10 thumbs. And so I gave it a 6. I'm a little underwhelmed by it, but maybe the next time Brewdog can come here and bring or get online with me and have me a fresh sample or something, and we can go over it together. So that is our spirit times for today. Once again, Brewdog Elvis Juice. This is grapefruit inspired IPA. So if you have a beer that you like and you want me to get it on the show, just shoot me a message and I can certainly get a hold of some. The great news is I am back to being able to do a tasting again. In the month of October, I will be doing a pumpkin beer tasting. It's going to be at my house. We're going to have a lot of pumpkin beers. Brother Rob's going to be there. Perhaps some other friends of mine will be on there as well, some co-workers who are interested in beer. If you're local to me and you want to get in on the pumpkin beer tasting, let me know by all means, and I can get you an invite to my place. We'll probably do it either out back or in the famous tasting dining room that I have downstairs. If we have enough people, I will do best of show. I will be getting some pumpkin beers myself from the great folks over at Brewtique. I'll probably have some grub, make sure that everybody stays A-OK when they head home that evening from the pumpkin beer. And I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be the first time in quite a while that I did something. It's even been a while since I did a brunch. So I think a tasting is going to be really good. So I'll definitely do that. If you or someone you know has a small business and they'd like to get on the show, by all means, just let me know. I'm checking to make sure. I'm trying to not get that light in there for my feedback person. You know who you are. So if you have a business and you want to get it on the show, let me know. I can get you on the show. If there's anything you want to talk about and you're passionate about, remember, no politics or religion, I can get you on the show and we can talk about that. I'm always looking to have a guest co-host. I think it would be great to have someone else talking for as long as I do, talking with and for and against and all that, and we can see how we go, and if things work out, we can have you on a regular basis. So think about it. If you're interested, let me know. If you're interested in walking and picking up trash in your neighborhood, do it. I don't have a group, nor will I put a group together, because when I feel like walking, I go and I walk. I try to walk in the mornings or in the evenings, but it just really depends. Sometimes it's a Saturday and I'm like, I just feel like walking, and I go out and I walk. Sometimes it's late night, sometimes it's early morning, though early morning lately hasn't been working out because it's been getting dark. So just let me know what you want to do, how you want to get on the show, and I'll get you on the show. So that's it for this week. Happy Labor Day tomorrow to everyone who has off. I apologize to those who have to work tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be a bad work day for you. And I will keep up the good fight here at Javier in the Air, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks a lot, everyone.